Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at Caroline in Fort Worth, where she goes to, well, a sheriff's department and asks the stupidest question of, have they had their dry humping training? I know, stupidity at its finest. But before we begin, a quick announcement. I noticed with the analytics that a large number of you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Please, subscribe to the channel, and if you can, become a member. Because not only is it a great way to help the channel grow, but it helps me out a lot. With all that being said, let's begin.
It was a quiet afternoon in Forney, Texas, when a mother heard that her daughter was in trouble. She came out of her home, walked around the corner, and this is what she saw. She had never seen anyone restrained in this manner, and had great concern for her daughter, as would any mother. And despite her arrival, as well as backup, it still took several minutes to convince Officer Martin to remove himself from this 18-year-old kid. And it was not until she almost lost consciousness did he finally comply. This is Sheriff Brian Beaver. He insists that Officer Martin did nothing wrong, that this is simply a jitsu technique that's taught at the police academy to restrain suspects. In reality, it's a technique that shows you how to press your entire weight into a suspect so that they cannot breathe and are immobilized. Officer Martin.
Well, seeing as it is a self-defense technique in judo to apply weight and to distribute your weight and your opponent's weight, I can see why they would be teaching that in police academies. However, there's something you're leaving out, Caroline. What context led to that situation? I mean, you're just showing us this and telling us your narrative. But what led up to the officer having to be put in that situation? But before we continue with the video, I will be removing out the portions of the body cam footage where we hear the young lady scream out. I feel that it would be very, very inappropriate to hear for some of my sensitive viewers. I will post the original link in the description box, but for all transparency's sake, I will be making that edit.
I allowed the curriculum from Kaufman County deputies, but I did look at TCC's, Midwestern State University's Criminal Justice Program, Texas Western's Criminal Justice Program, and the Police Academy for Dallas, and could not find anything about jitsu in any of them. So I don't know what you're talking about, Sheriff Beavers. So I went to Kaufman County, and I wanted to see if everybody's had their dry hump training yet.
Can answer some questions for me from like internal affairs, somebody like that?
It's kind of late right now. I don't know if they're here.
Is there nobody here to take a report or a complaint?
Take a complaint?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could probably ask bonding up front and see if there's somebody available.
Up front? What do you mean up front?
Like that bonding window, the front
desk? Is it bonding window? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you walk in the front door, there's that big window right there. That's like the front desk window.
Okay. Okay. Hey, do you know if everybody here has had their dry humping training yet?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm gonna go take care of my business.
Alright.
But you
Alright, yeah, go listen to your daddy.
My daddy?
Yeah.
My daddy doesn't live here.
That's him right there, the big guy, the big ugly one. I think so. He gave you the signal. Do you know if everybody's had the dry hump training?
Wow, so disrespectful. I mean, you don't know that man's situation with his parents, and to say something like that is just rude and just, well, it's in poor taste. And why do you keep insisting it's called dry hump training? I mean, I'm fairly certain this probably won't get monetized, but I'll try my damnedest. But to say stuff like that, it's just making you look ignorant and foolish.
You don't know? Okay. They didn't want to talk to me. Have you had the dry hump training yet, sir? Are you just going to walk by and ignore me? Oh, well.
Yes.
Have a good day, sir. I hope you get your dry humping training soon. Get your certificate. Hey, have you had your dry hump training yet? Sir, have you? Have you had your dry hump training yet? Because I have a teenager that lives next door to me that I really want to, like, be crushed by a dry humping guy. But she's white. Will it matter if she's white instead of black?
Now, I have to ask, why bring race into the situation? If you're upset over this particular technique being taught to the sheriff's deputies, why not address that? Why would you bring race into this? To me, it seems like you're trying to bring race in it for controversy's sake. But maybe, just maybe, you should rethink your projections on applying skin color to your arguments, because it's not helping and it's making you come off more racist and Karenish every time.
Can I choose the officer I want to do the dry humping on her? Because she's really annoying, and maybe if they dry humped her, she might move away like the family did. Do you think that's a possibility that you could do for me? You look like you're a boss. You got a gun and everything. I really need somebody to dry hump my neighbor. Hey, have you had the dry hump training yet?
Sorry?
Have you had the dry hump training yet?
Stop it. Get some help.
Because I have my neighbor lives next door. She's annoying, and I want one of your officers to dry hump her, but she's white. Will it matter if she's white? Because I know you might just only do black girls like that, but this neighbor's white. Will it matter? Can you get somebody to dry hump my neighbor so she'll move away? Have you had the dry hump training yet? Have you had the dry hump training yet? Have you had the dry hump training yet? Dry humping? The dry hump training. You know, like when you jump on a teenager and almost crush him? No?
What's wrong with you? You're asking this question of, will they come and dry hump your neighbor? One, that's highly offensive to say to somebody. I mean, if it was a friend and you're joking with them, maybe okay, but, that's between you two. But you're going up to random people in public, and just because they are law enforcement officers, asking them if they will jump on a teenage girl and dry hump them? What is wrong with you, man? I mean, seriously, look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this something appropriate to say? And the fact that you bring race into it is even worse. I mean, look in the mirror and take a hard look and ask yourself, is this something you would want said to somebody you care about?
My neighbor next door, she's really annoying, and I wanted someone of your officers out there to do that for me, to dry hump her, and maybe make her move away, but she's white. Will it matter if she's white instead of black? Can you get one of your officers to come over to my house and dry hump my neighbor? Till she almost dies. Can you do that for me? Gosh, I guess nobody has the dry hump training. Maybe these people. Say, I was just wondering, have you had the dry hump training yet? Have you had the dry hump training yet? Because my neighbor next door, she's very annoying. And I want one of your guys to go out there and dry hump her like they did to that little black girl.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
But she's white. Will it matter if she's white when you dry hump her? Because you know how racist you guys are. I don't know if you'll do a white lady that way. Does everybody have the dry hump training? Did you get it? When did you get your dry hump training? Are you good at it? Maybe you can come out and do that for me. Are you a good dry humper? Darn it. What a waste of time. Nobody's had the dry hump training here. What should we do?
Yes, you are a waste of time. I mean, you're going around in public, going up to people and asking them if they've had their dry hump training. You're being so vulgar and insensitive and rude. What if somebody was a victim of an assault and that may have happened to them? Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about anything you've ever said in this entire video?
Gosh, hey, excuse me. I was wondering, when are you going to have your dry hump training?
What?
Dry hump training.
Never heard of it.
Well, that was what that girl, that happened to her, that little black girl, where Officer Martin jumped on top of her, dry humped him, was dry humping her out there in the street.
I don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about your Officer Martin? Oh, well, I'm just wondering, because see, I have a neighbor that's really annoying, but the problem is I want one of you guys to go out and dry hump her, make her move away, but she's white. Is that a problem?
Come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
Would that be a problem?
I'm going to end the video here. Nothing else happens except for her reading out the license plate number of a vehicle. And, well, I think we've had enough of the delightful charms of Caroline. I apologize in this video for anything that she might have said that may have upset any of my viewers, subscribers, members, or whatever. But we can all agree, her stupidity knows no bounds. If you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up and the notification bell to stay tuned and get notified for all the new videos and live streams. And if you can, please become a member. Be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time. A special thank you to all of my channel members. Without you, I couldn't keep the channel going, so thank you.